mamas, welcome back to A Mama's View. I am so sorry that I failed to post a video last week like I promised. Leaps suck. Leaps suck. And leaps for babies with the combination of teething and a time change really suck. So not only are we waking up in the middle of the night to eat more and start trying to play and talk and everything, we're also chewing on everything, and we're cranky because our teeth are trying to come in, and oh my gosh, it has been one crazy week around here, and it's still not over. My house is a disaster. I did dishes, the sink is full again, I did laundry. By the end of today, the laundry will be ready to get done again, and Mama probably won't be sleeping tonight, but that's okay. So, I said our video, sorry, she's taking a nap, I don't want to wake her up. I said our video was going to be talking about prepping for winter and getting ready to combat germs and things like that. So we're just going to do something really quick today so I can try to get this house cleaned up just a smidge. So just to start with, something that I keep around the house all the time, all year round, but I stock up just for winter is disinfecting wipes. I use these on all the door handles. I use them on the handles on the sink. I use them, I go out to the car, and every other day, sometimes during the winter, if the school has reported sickness in the classroom, I will go and I will clean the inside door handle of the car and the seat belt buckle, because those are the first things that my son touches when I pick him up from school. So I always keep these around. I mean, you can get Lysol. They have, what are they, hydrogen peroxide ones if you don't like, like a bleachy smell. Of course, I like the citrusy scent, so I keep those around, always. And then, of course, soap and hot water, too. There are days when I have a little bit more time, I'll just make a bowl of really hot soapy water, and I'll go around and I'll wash all the door handles and the seatbelt buckles and the light switches. Of course, it's not a lot, it's just damp so I can wipe down the light switch. I don't want to electrocute myself, so please don't electrocute yourself. But anything I can do to help keep the germs down, especially if you have a little one in the house or you have someone that has a compromised immune system, you got to keep it clean so that people don't get sick. Because sometimes, babies and people with a compromised immune system, a simple cold can turn into something much worse, and we don't want that to happen. Winter sucks bad enough. Okay, I also like to keep Aquaphor around the house. Both of my kiddos, this one already, she's only 4 months old, and it's not that cold here yet, but it's still kind of chilly some mornings, and we get little chapped cheeks, and my son gets little chapped hands, so I like to keep Aquaphor around to put on the little windburn cheeks, put on little dry, cracked hands overnight. With her, if her hands get really dry, I can do what I did with my son and put a little bit on her hands, just a little thin layer, and put socks over it, or put the PJs on that have the mitt that you can pull over, and that way she can't chew it, lick it off, get it in her mouth. So that is another thing that I keep around. I also use this stuff in place of diaper rash cream sometimes if I'm out. This stuff works awesome. I've used it on my son because he used to get diaper rash a lot for some reason, and it was usually gone within 2 or 3 changes. I would just slather his little bottom up and he'd be good to go. So there's that. And of course, regular diaper rash cream if you prefer regular diaper rash cream. I like the butt paste because it's thick. They also have a maximum strength. There's all kinds of diaper rash cream out there. You just find the one that works for you and you stick to it. Unless it irritates baby's little bottom, because babies do have sensitive skin. So just find one that works for your baby and keep it around, especially in winter, because, we try to keep them warm so they get sweaty, and, then we try to keep them from getting cold, but sometimes, it's winter. The weather does weird things. It does weird things to our bodies. So butt paste is another. I also like to keep lanolin. Not just for the purpose of breastfeeding and that it's soothing. But I have actually used this in a pinch because I ran out of hand lotion and my fingers were dry and cracked from cleaning the house one weekend. So I said, I'm going to take this and I'm just going to see what happens. And if it doesn't work, I'll just run to the dollar store tomorrow and get some more. So I slathered some on and rubbed it in really well and went to bed, and the next morning my hands were back to normal. So in a pinch, lanolin will work as a hand lotion. Now, something that you can keep in your car, you know, everybody talks about in winter you need to keep an emergency kit ready. Oopsie. Earthquake! You need to keep an emergency kit ready, which is a very, very good idea to have an emergency kit ready in your car. What I like to do is get a Rubbermaid under the bed storage container because they're long and they're flatter. They don't stand up very high, so they're flat. So they fit perfectly in your trunk or under your back seat if you have a minivan. Stock it up with some warm blankets, an extra pair of warm clothes, gloves, some hats, socks. Keep your feet warm if you get stranded on the side of the road in a snowstorm, because it is coming. It's like Game of Thrones. Winter is coming. Ugh. Snacks, bottled water. You can just grab a 24 pack of bottled water at Walmart, the dollar store, the pharmacy, almost anywhere, and just keep it in the back seat. My husband bought this for me, I think a couple of Christmases ago. It's called a just-in-case safety kit. It has pretty much everything you think of. We got our fancy little first aid kit, we got our jumper cables, we got a tow strap, there's work gloves in there. There's a flashlight that includes the batteries. There's I believe a SOS, or like an emergency, something for an emergency. So if you have an accident or you're stopping to change a tire, you can set it out behind your car, and so people see that you're, pulling over to help with your car. And you can sign up too for a year of roadside assistance. If you do not know how to change a tire or just don't want to get out and do it, you can sign up for a year's worth of roadside assistance, and you can call and they'll come out and they will help you if you're stranded on the side of the road. Another good thing to have in your car, I don't have any with me because I don't have kitty cats and I haven't gotten any more. Another good thing to have, some people think it's really silly, but kitty litter is a good idea to keep in your car. With winter coming and the snow and the ice, you just sprinkle some behind your tires if you slide off the road, and it'll help you get some more traction, help you get back on the road to continue to drive safely to wherever it is you need to get. Next time sorry, the puppies want to say something too. Next time I will have some more recipes, or some recipes. I didn't do any, so I don't know why I'm saying more. Like I said, Leap 4 stinks. Hence no makeup, hence crazy hair, hence PJ pants. Mama has no F's to give today about her appearance. That's just life, man. But we'll talk about some recipes that you can make on your grill if you have a gas or a charcoal grill outside on your patio. If you have a fire pit, if it's an emergency and your power has gone out and you have a shovel and you have some dry wood, you can go out in the backyard and dig a fire pit real quick. And we will talk about some stuff that you can make in an emergency when the lights go out, if the lights go out, if you live in an area that's prone to, some pretty heavy ice, or if you live like where I live in the South. Nobody's ever prepared here. We're never prepared for the bad ice storms that seem to pop up, very last minute, and then we're all like, we don't have any lights, we don't have any heat, what are we gonna do? Thankfully, I have a fireplace, so if the power does go out, I do have heat. But, some people don't have a fireplace in their house. So we could talk about some stuff that you can make just super quick, easy stuff that's not going to make you stand outside all day trying to, grill a rack of ribs or something. So we'll talk about that. With Thanksgiving coming up, my son and I decided that we will do a Thanksgiving-themed craft for the kids instead of our toilet paper roll people. this time. We will do that at another time after Thanksgiving, and we will do a Thanksgiving craft that you can do with your bigger kids, and you can also do it with your little babies too. It'll involve some paint and construction paper and glue and googly eyes if you like googly eyes and everything. So we can have some festive homemade decorations that have a whole lot of love put into them, which are always fun, and they're always my favorite. I love when my son makes me stuff, so I love doing crafts and stuff with him. So we can do just a couple of little quick notes for our new mommies or our mommies that are expecting. Since it is winter, you know, if your baby is due in winter, I would suggest lots of these puppies, lots of these little long-sleeved onesies. I just get the plain ones from Carter's because they always seem to get softer every time I wash them. And they're great to layer under. You can buy, you know, little baby t-shirts. If you put them in a sleep sack and your house is really cold like mine is in the winter, I like to put one of the long-sleeved onesie on, put them in this little sleep sack, and make sure that they're nice and toasty for winter. They're great to layer under an everyday outfit, especially with our little girls. We like to put them in little dresses and make them look all cute and pretty, but they're great to layer under that so that you know that they're warm. Especially with winter coming up, we want to make sure that our babies are safe in their car seats, and you know, we want them to also be warm. So if you're like me, you already go out and start the car before everybody gets in it, give it a little bit to warm up. But make sure that you are not fastening your baby in the car seat with their coat on or with their jacket on, because you have to loosen the seatbelt straps. They are not strapped in properly. If you loosen the seatbelt straps, it needs to be at their level of their armpits with the chest clip on their chest, and it needs to be against their little body. If you were to go ahead and buckle them in with their coat on, with their little winter coat on, same goes for the big kids and the 5-point harnesses and their boosters. If you were to go ahead and buckle them in and loosen the straps so that it fit, and you were to take that jacket off, you could pull it off. So if you were to get in a car accident, they go flying out the windshield. So what I do for both of my kids, even though my son is old enough to use a lap belt, he fits height and weight requirements just for a booster seat with a seat belt. But they are both buckled in first. They wear their jackets out to the car. We get in the car. We shut the doors to keep the heat in. And they buckle in, take off their coats. They get buckled in. And then we like to, I don't have a jacket. Oh my gosh! We like to turn the jacket around, put the sleeves in, and just, you know, tuck the hood in under, like against their little body if it's got a hood. Some of their jackets don't have a hood, but if it does, I like to tuck it in so it's not in their face, so they can see, so they can breathe. But I make sure that they are properly buckled into their car seat first. I don't loosen the straps. I don't put them in with their coat on. That's just not very safe for them, especially for the little ones. In their 5-point and in the baby car seats and everything like that. So make sure that everybody is warm, make sure everybody is safe, make sure we are keeping those germs at bay, because my son has been in school since August, and we have had a cold 3 times, and he brought home the first cold within the first week of school. So yeah, and with winter on the way, it's only going to get worse. There's going to be the flu. There's going to be croup and tummy bugs and all the nasty stuff that we just don't want in the house. So, sanitizing, doing lots of sanitizing, lots of hot soapy water, washing hands. I definitely, if your child is like mine and takes a water bottle to school, I wash it every other day. I wash it every day by hand with hot soapy water, but every other day I also stick it in the dishwasher since it has the sanitizing option. And when I wash my pump parts, I put the water bottle in there and make sure that it gets a good clean sanitizing every other day. And then, like I said before, with sanitizing the door handles, if his class reports that somebody is sick, I will put it in the dishwasher every day just to make sure that I kill all those germs off because, you know, kids, some of them like to share. They see a friend that's thirsty and they're like, here, drink out of my water bottle. And then, or here, have a bite of my snack. Or, hey, can I have that gum that's in your mouth? You know, kids do strange things. So anything that I can do to keep the germs away, I'm gonna do it. But yeah, like I said, it's just a quick video today. I sincerely apologize for being a mom fail last week. Yeah, it's just with the time change and teething and going through a leap, or as some people call it, a growth spurt. There's not just a physical growth spurt, there's a mental growth spurt that happens as well in babies. And with my son, he was just laid back, nothing ever fazed him. He would just wake up one morning with a new tooth. Like, he never cried. He didn't, you know, stay up all night chewing on my hand. He didn't pull his ear on, you know. And it's just proof of how babies can be night and day. She will chew on my hands, her hands, anything she can get in her mouth, she will chew on it. Whether it's hot, whether it's cold, she wants it in her mouth to try to help with those gums. She'll wake up in the middle of the night. She's figured out that she can yell. Oh yes. She'll wake me up in the middle of the night, just smack me in the face, and then she'll just start yelling, and then we just sit and talk for a little while. And sometimes Mama doesn't want to talk. Mama just wants to go back to bed. And it doesn't work that way. It doesn't. So, yeah, it's been a crazy week around here. So, I apologize, and I will do better. Just don't hate me. Bear with me. And we will see you guys next time at A Mama's View. And if you like the video, give us a thumbs up. If you want to get notified next time I put up some more, hit the subscribe button. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, and on Instagram. We don't have Snapchat because then my child would be on Snapchat from the minute he woke up to the minute he went to bed. I have to say no to the Snapchat. So yeah, we will see you later. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.